Hi, my name is Janet Pena, and today I'll be presenting about technology and specific type of technology. So today we want to discuss what is simulation technology and what is virtual technology, and how does it relate in online learning engagement and performance, and how does this type of technology impact the online learning. So before we can know the impact or discuss the impact of technology and online learning, specifically related to simulation technology and virtual technology, we want to understand what simulation technology is. So it is defined as simulation is the imitation of the operation of a real-world process or system over time. The act of simulating something first in order to learn it or to develop it or to acquire it. So learning a skill, you use simulation to simulate a realistic environment as much as possible, because true learning is by doing, by acting as if it's real life, real world process. So simulation tries to imitate as much as possible whatever skill or process you're trying to acquire, to act on or to do in the real world. Virtual technology allows you to create multiple simulated environments or gives you dedicated resources from a physical hardware system. So how is simulation technology used for online learning? And how is virtual technology used for online learning? So virtual and simulation technology is used in experiential online scenarios so that learners can increase their performance success. It's also a good way to enhance curriculum and also to increase student growth. By the use of technology to simulate or to work scenarios through software, students can learn online, and so because of this, you can increase your student population. So on an online learning space, it could be infinite, as opposed to a brick and mortar teaching environment where you only have so much space, so it's finite. So in today's world, technology is number one for online learners in a way to engage them. And it is the future of workforce education as it relates to simulation and virtual technology. So the use of online education, the use of technology in online education wants to engage and wants to provide an environment where all learners collaborate through the use of virtual worlds and simulation technologies. So the use of these technologies can be very effective for learners and can provide almost the same level of standards and outcomes that is possible to achieve in a face-to-face learning environment, of course, depending on the discipline that is being taught. Many disciplines today are successful using these technologies, such as computer networking, in biology labs, and definitely healthcare is increasing the use of virtual and simulated technologies. It is what most colleges that are in healthcare are strategizing to use towards the engagement of learners in the healthcare industry. So what are the benefits and challenges of simulation and virtual technologies in online learning? One of the main challenges is having adequate training for educators. So teaching in a brick and mortar classroom is completely different when you're teaching in an online environment, online or virtual classrooms. And so instructors have to now learn, you could say, a higher level of expertise, because to engage students you have to use technology. So it's not enough to have the background knowledge, or it's not enough to have the experience in the field and the credentials associated with the area of expertise. It is very important that instructors or educators are trained in the use of technology so that they can effectively teach learners. So learners in health professions as of today are not offered as many opportunities for online learning as should be provided. And it could be so successful because a lot of the health professions need experiential training, and so it could very effectively be provided as an online component for experiential training. But I think the benefits is that many educational institutions are adopting virtual learning worlds so that they have that added learning environment and they can include more learners in their education. The possibilities are limitless as far as having learners engage online. It's also very beneficial for the learner because they don't have to travel. They don't have to go to a brick and mortar. They can just learn from home or learn from a place where they're comfortable. But one of the biggest challenges for online learning is to effectively create the environment that can be engaging for learners. So you have to remember, it's not a face-to-face classroom experience. The instructor is there. The instructor can foresee any issues, but online is very difficult to know if learners will stay engaged. So what is in the horizon for online learning with virtual and simulation technology? I think the opportunities are endless because technology is going to become a full part of our learning experience. And so technology and learning at some point cannot exist one without the other. And because of the virtual technology and simulation, distance learning and face-to-learn could become one and the same. So ultimately, the goal is to connect both online education and face-to-face learning so that they both can be used and we can have the best of both worlds. Thank you.